Today we are going to play with a list submitted by Dr. Sheriff showcasing the party mechanic from Zendikar Rising. The commander is Tazri, Beacon of Unity. Tazri is a 5-color commander that costs 1 less for each creature in our party. A party is conformed by a cleric, a rogue, a warrior, and a wizard, so Tazri can be as cheap as 1 white mana. She also finds creatures from the top of our deck, a nice way to keep the party going. Anyone? Some of our best party cards are Archpriest of Iona, a 1-drop that can even be a 4/2 with a full party and pump itself or something else. Linvala to protect the team. Nalia that lets us cast party members from the top of our deck and grow the team. Nimble Trapfinder to draw extra cards. Squad Commander to go wide and pump the team. Zagras as another big threat that can be cheap. Stick Together as a pseudo one-sided wrath. And finally, our second supporting mechanic, Venture into the Dungeon, with cards like Nadar that can venture on ETB and when it attacks, or Hamapashar to double the venturing, among many others. A very fun but difficult deck to pilot with many decisions to make every time. That's it, no more introductions, go to the games. What's up everyone, welcome back one more time. You know the deal, we play Historic Brawl, and this time we are going to get this party started. Yeah, that's it, we are playing with the Tazri, Beacon of Unity, and we are partying and venturing into the dungeons. I'm going to mulligan this hand immediately, playing up against Teferi. So we are trying to get a full party. As mentioned in the intro, you need a cleric, a warrior, a rogue, and wizard to get a full party. And when we do that, then we are going to get rewarded. We play some changelings because changelings are kind of like the jokers on this deck. It can be any card, it's like the wild card. It will slot in with any of the party members. It's not every member at the same time, it just counts as one. But look at our start. We started with Robber of the Reach and Changeling Outcast, and we are already stealing from Teferi. Very nice beginning for us. Tazri is already 3 mana, so I think we attack them again and see if we steal something else. So Robber of the Rich, if we have less cards in hand than them, gives us a chance to actually play the cards that we steal from the top of our deck. It's also rogue, so it works with the theme. We play the Archpriest of Iona. We are missing just 1 party member. If we play the missing party member, or any of the 2 missing party members, because Changeling Outcast is currently occupying one of the missing slots. If we play any of the 2 that we are missing, then Archpriest of Iona is going to trigger. Opponent Muyan Lynx reduces the power of the Robber of the Rich, but that's okay because we can attack and kill the Muyan Lynx. And we can still keep this party going with the Robber of the Rich. I'm happy to just steal from them and see if we can cast whatever that we steal. Ooh, Kasmina? We can actually cast that. Can't we? Can't we? Robber of the Rich, when you're on the play, ooh, feels so strong. So we steal a Kasmina, we'll activate her and make a 2/2. Let's see here. I think I don't need the island, really. Just keep making 2/2s and attacking with the team. So now we have the Archpriest of Iona also online because casually we make wizards with Kasmina. So you can see that Changeling Outcast is actually working as the extra party member that we don't have. So very cool here. So now Archpriest triggers. We have a full party. We can give +1/+1 on flying to something. I guess I'm just going to give it to itself. Opponent waiting with 4 mana up. So we steal from them one more time with the Robber of the Rich. Wow, Robber of the Rich doing work. Opponent into the Royals. We could use... Well, we're not going to trigger the Robber because now they have 4 cards in hand. Well, we also had 5, so that was also not going to happen. But that's alright because now we can put another wizard into the battlefield. This card, I don't think we're going to need the Stick Together. So we just play the Sacred Foundry. I think we're going to need the extra mana because we can go Flux Channeler and Tazri. Oh. I guess I should play the Archpriest of Iona. It's a better... I mean, I didn't have to shock myself, but never mind. I guess I did because I wanted to play... No, I didn't have to shock myself. Alright, we are doing very, very well in this first game. Opponent compulsive research, but I think we are going to kill them on our turn. And wizard class, okay. So never mind, we're going to win. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We just need one more point of damage. Oh, Archpriest of Iona gives it. We can also Delver's this thing. Delver's Torch. +1/+1 to something. So that's going to be 14 plus the +1/+1 is going to be 15. So in any case, that was more than enough. We can also venture, we can make them lose one more life. If it wasn't even enough, yeah, -2. Wow, that was a strong start for the deck. Here we are for another round with the Tazri party, and we are playing versus Kylian Mbappe. This is Orzhov targeting things with Kylian, and opponent goes first. We have a awkward mana base. Oh, message to Dr. Sheriff George. I actually had to indeed update the mana base. It was a little bit sketchy. I just added all the new triumphs from Streets of New Capenna. Oh, Kylian will. I'm going to kill Mbappe here and try to get rid of him. Try to win the World Cup. And they... Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. So I was saying, I updated... Let's go Scry. I updated the list. Added all the triumphs from SNC. I also added Command Tower, which you should be playing, my friend. And what else did I add? Fable Passage to find any of the basics. Take a look at the mana base. I think it's a little bit more consistent right now. Not that we're not having trouble right now. We have 2 planes and an overgrown tomb, so I think I have to go Arcane Signet here. I would definitely love to play Nadar, one of my favorite cards from the past 2 years. But I will go Signet to fix our mana and play a Changeling, which is any party member. So Tazri already is 4 mana. There's Mbappe one more time. We can kill... I should kill him, right? Like, killing Kylian is mandatory. So I will just play the Temple Garden, kill them with Ertai. Yeah, this will give them another card, but keeping Kylian outside of the battlefield is mandatory. And yep, opponent scoops it up. That was good. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to play with Tazri. I can see no one understanding my football/soccer references. Like, I'm talking about Kylian Mbappe, like everybody will know who he is. I mean, if this was only European viewers, then I would be sure they would know, but I know for a fact 40-something% of my views come from USA, and yeah, soccer is kind of meh around there. So we are going to keep... We have... No. Yeah, I'm going to keep such a sketchy hand, but we have some removal. Oof, am I going to miss land drops versus Old Nabone? I like that we have the Day of Judgment, so we are able to deal with our board at some point when we can Circuitous Route, find the extra lands that we're missing. They play Wayward Sawtooth, so they're going to ramp on. I mean, this could be ugly for us if we don't get to our mana fast. All right, opponent. Yeah, we are a little bit slow. Dungeon map is cool on theme. I would like that this, if this was a Celestus or any other rock that would tap for white, because we're going to... We still need one more turn unless we top... Oh, come on. Great Henge. That has to be their best card in this deck. Well, alright. Mox Amber, that currently cannot tap for mana. So yeah, I have to circuitous route, find at least two planes. It won't matter too much in the future because World Tree will eventually fix our mana for good. But for now, I just grab 2 white. We are heavy in white, so it makes sense. Then we have, with any other land from the top, we are able to tap for any color. So let's see how horrible this is. How many creatures can they play together? Keeper of the Fables. Okay, so that's more card draw for them when they're able to attack. Dryad. Oh, now they can play double lands, draw even more from the Keeper. Wow, nice engine. So there's the Temple Garden, so we have perfect mana if we want to. I can kill their board. They can probably recover from this pretty fast. And there's nothing else we can follow up with, because our best spells depend on us having full party or more party members, which we are currently missing. So, well, this is variance. They went very aggressively and they were able to play Grey Henge, and we didn't have a very good hand. Maybe I should have... On hand side, I should have mulliganed this hand for sure. This deck needs party members as early as turn 1, turn 2, curve out like 1, 2, 3, and play Tazri. And I didn't realize that. I thought having a Day of Judgment was good because mono green will sometimes lose to a board wipe, but them having the Great Henge completely ruined my plans. I was not prepared for a Great Henge. But this is Magic. This is how things are sometimes, and we will learn in the future. Alright, opponent plays an Elvish Mystic with a counter, draws a card because Great Henge is busted. Behemoth, which has haste, going to eat our graveyard. Well, it's also cool to see Old Gnawbone working out for them. Any green list to me is something to applaud. We draw the Outlaws Merriment. I think this is too late. This is too late. We can play Tazri just to see the cool animation. Wow, that was a cool animation indeed. Kind of a soul ring above Tazri. And let them kill us. Let's see how good a turn can they have. I want to see their best, or maybe not. Maybe I concede. Yeah, let's go to the next game. Good game, good game. Well, here we are for another round of Tazri Party. Party venturing into the dungeons. Going up against Muldrotha the Gravetide. Ooh. I like the hand. I don't like that Thieves Guild Enforcer helps them milling. Seriously, whenever I have some cards that mill opponents, like they always are on Muldrotha. It's like the matchmaker will say, hey, guess what? Opponent likes to be milled. But never mind, we're going to try to make this work. We start with an island because if they play a 2-mana non-creature spell, we can counter that. Because this makes them pay 1+1 for each member of our party. So that's kind of a censor right now for non-creature spells. Still valid, so I'm keeping this island up. Come on, give me a target. Ah, Emery, oh no. Has to be one of the best cards in a Muldrotha deck, Emery. Alright. And we keep finding lands. How do we want to go here? Do we shock ourselves? Yeah, we shock ourselves playing the Relic of Legends. And gotta pass. Keeping the concerted defense plus the thieves available. Opponent goes Mindstone. That's okay. And fires up a Null Priest without kicker. And just passes, so we can Thieves, Guild Enforcer, mill them, help them a little bit, but we have to do it. Our deck works if we have a full party, and Thieves, Guild Enforcer is a rogue, so we need her. How do we want to do it right now? We can play an untapped land and play Zamout on their turn, because it has flash, but it can also Tazri. And no attacks. Because playing Tazri still gives us the opportunity to counter something. Well, not these, but if they had, like, for example, Binding the All Gods, something like that, that would have been a good counter target. There's the Phyrexian Scriptures, and we keep finding our triumphs, which are great. They are a little bit tapped, but they are great. Relic of Legends currently fixing our mana very nicely, and now I think that we are able to both Zamout and keep holding up the defense. Because if we untap next turn with Zamout plus the entire team, we could have a full party. Yeah, let's see. I like Zamout. Zamout is one of my favorite Gruul cards. I have never played with her under the party shell. It's normally Gruul good stuff. So, I think they are stuck on lands, which is actually very nice for us. Yes, they are having trouble with their mana. There we go. We can make use of the concerted defense at last. We have been holding on to that for so much. And then we can Zamout, because Relic of Legends make our legendary creatures tap for mana. So underrated. I think that when this card was revealed, it looks like a 3 mana rock with no upside, but it has so much upside. I think people will start running it with more frequency. Alright, so we can Varragoth and give it haste. So now we can even trigger Varragoth. Could also Linvala. Linvala, I think it's better because it can protect the team. And one thing that opponent scoops, and one thing that we can lose to is to removal. So yeah, another great party victory. This will be our last round playing with the Tazri Beacon of Unity versus Urza Lord Protector. What I think I like the most about this deck is that you're not just playing Tazri as a very important game piece for your strategy. I mean, Tazri works with the party mechanic. It herself gets cheaper with the party members, but I think that she's just to support the 5-color tribe or the 5-color synergies, but I haven't actually used her so much more than to complete our party. But I think that's the real reason why this deck is actually really good, because you don't need to actually play Tazri to win. But then when you do, and in long games, it can be it can be a very good factor. Let's create a treasure and venture into the dungeon, since we don't have the third land, and I would like to scry to find it. Also generates a treasure. If we find the land, rude opponent fires a brainstorm when I am about to scry. I really hate that. You shouldn't do that. It's so rude. Alright, I'm kidding. Let's go find... Let's find a land. Huh? Alright, that's a land. It's 2 tapped, but a land it is. We cannot ask for better lands than triumphs. So, Midnight Clock for the opponent. They are on Urza, so we're we can be in a world of trouble depending on what they play next. We can go Nadar, start adventuring into the dungeons. Let's go replace the token with another treasure token and see if we can complete a couple of dungeons. Opponent having trouble finding their planes. Well, not anymore. They fixed that problem, and now they are good gamers, because now they tap their treasure vault to avoid holding priority. Let's play another Triumph, and we could go Squad Commander. We could go first. Let's go to attacks, because this time we can, well, nothing very good. We can just drain them, and I think I'm supposed to hold Airtie, because they could have a very good turn here, and I might have to counter something. I don't like using the treasure, but I feel like I might need to. And the next turn try to play another threat, because Airtie himself is a threat, so we could be putting a lot of... Yes, Ursa. I will try to counter this. It's very likely they will counter back, but they might use some resources to do that. Alright, counter these. Resolves. Sure, alright, it resolves. And this is 6 power. If we complete the dungeon, then we can pump the team with Nadar. The Forgotten ability of Nadar. Mystic Forge, alright. So they have one of the best cards in Artifact decks. We have a Journey to Oblivion. Should I use that right now, or should I try to put more pressure on them? We're going to complete the dungeon, so other creatures will get +1/+1. Alright, so we need to think about the sequence. Maybe we can create a couple 1/1s. Do we need a full party and we don't have it? Let's go to attacks. Draw a card from Nadar, see what we draw. Try to play with perfect information. So we draw here Delver's Torch. They are down to 14. Can we close this game next turn? Squad Commander needs more party members. I think accelerating our mana has to be another good way to go, because we have a lot of legends right now, so Relic of Legends actually might allow us to... Yeah, so every legend taps for mana, so we could be playing many spells on each turn. Otherwise, we might also win with Radha next turn. Teferi, alright, the fan police is here. Love me some Teferi, but yeah, it's kind of disappointing here. Well, opponent also plays the game, so they have good cards in their deck. I cannot be too disappointing at that. Anything else? Alright. Midnight Clock goes to 7, we draw a competitive prize, we play our tap land, and I think we could also go Nadar one more time. Pump the team, since we have completed a dungeon before. Yeah. Venture one more time. Should we go drain them? Maybe we go through the Tomb of Annihilation. I think we could expedite the draining process if we go through the tomb. So yeah, let's take a trip through the Tomb of Annihilation. And what else? I'm not very concerned about the Teferi right now. I'm more concerned about their interaction with our board. Let's try to hit them for 8. They got an answer. Soul Partition. Okay, so they had something. Go down to 9, and now Yeah, now Tazri is a little bit more expensive. We could play Delver's Torch. Yeah, maybe I should have played Tazri before combat, expecting that they could have something for one of my creatures. And now I'm stick to playing Delver's Torch, which is a lesser play. Well, they have infinite mana, they have Mystic Forge, so they could do some crazy things here. I hope that they have 4 lands. Well, that's land number 1. And they're tapping manually. Will they go Ursa here? Search for Glory. What do they find? Maybe the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. That could be our best scenario. Like, I wouldn't be too afraid of a Might Stone and Weak Stone, because we have the Journey to Oblivion. Ah, alright. Paradox Engine, so a CGB player. Okay, we could be really dead here. They have... So Paradox Engine, when they cast a spell, they untap all their artifacts. So with all these mana rocks that they have, this is kind of infinite mana for them. They're just... Oh, solve the equation. Alright, so I think we are getting combo out. Well, fun. This is fun. I believe if they find Tome of the Infinite, this is exactly infinite. Weir of Invention. Oh, okay, so of course, solve the equation doesn't find artifacts, but they have the Weir of Invention, so the list is completely optimized at finding the combo pieces and just winning by comboing, and that's alright. There are many ways to win Magic games, and Tome of the Infinite with Paradox Engine is one of them. So this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the party mechanic. I hope you enjoyed Tazri. If you did, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe for daily Historic Brawl videos. If you don't, or if you are already a subscriber, you can leave a comment, be friendly, give me a list to play in future videos. Leave a like, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day.